Good morning, everyone. My name is Miss Jones, and I'm going to go over the informative text features that we will be looking at this third 6 weeks as we dive into informational text. Okay, we are going to be focusing on these text features because they will help us understand what we are reading as we read through the informational text. I'm going to talk through the text features that we have listed here and then explain the assignment on how we want you guys to practice. And after this assignment is over, you will not just throw that information away, you will use this information continuously as you read to help you better understand informational text. So, the text features that are listed on here are the table of contents, glossary, index, key or guided words, diagrams, graphs, charts, and tables, maps, timelines, illustrations, bold print, italics, titles, headings, subheadings, captions, and sidebars. Now, what are examples of those text features? Well, if you click up on the informative text features in blue, it takes us to a link with the information. Not only are we given the example, but also how each feature helps the reader. And so I'm going to read through these features and then I'm going to go back to our checklist and explain what we want you to do to practice looking for these features. So for print features that guide the reader through patterns of organization, we have table of contents. The table of contents helps the reader see major parts of the book along with page numbers. It locates information and helps see the main topics and main points. Glossaries are a quick way to find key terms from an alphabetical list. An index quickly finds pages that contain information you, the reader, are looking for. And then key or guided words help the reader by defining the terms to help you find their meaning within the text and better learn and understand the subject. Graphic aids that are introduced in informational text, they represent information in some specific ways. The first one is a diagram. Diagrams help the reader understand a more detailed or simplified view of the information that's in the text and understand the steps on how objects are made or the information in context within the text. Graphs, charts, and tables organize a large amounts of information in a small space. They also help the reader understand the relationship among the information and between information and summarize and compare information for the reader. Maps help the readers understand where an event is happening or the distance between events. Timelines help the reader understand events in chronological order or in time order, and we'll be talking about that a lot this 6 weeks, and help the reader understand how events that happen in one part of time may lead to another. So being able to make those connections visually. Illustrations expand the meaning of the text. So an illustration helps the reader understand information in a visual way. It also understand the idea from the text that was unclear. And so illustrations, as you can see here, also have words underneath. Those words are called a caption, and the captions help you understand what is being illustrated. And we'll get into that this 6 weeks, but that is something that really helps me as I am reading, is looking at illustrations and their captions. Organizational aids that are listed in informational text help readers find important information. So bold print helps signal words of importance. Italics help us as readers understand that this word or phrase may be important. Titles identify the topic of the text and understand the main or key idea of the text and make connections between what you already know and the text. Headings identify topics throughout the book or article as we skim and scan the document, and they divide the text into sections. Subheadings navigate through the sections of the text and understand the main or key idea of each section of the text. And they locate information in the text by telling us where to look. Captions, which I talked about before, that go with pictures and illustrations, understand what is shown in a photo or illustration and help the reader understand the information that may or may not be in the text. Sidebars locate information in the text or about the topic, and they understand interesting facts or important information the author wants the reader to know. They help the reader understand by creating an interest or emphasizing important information. Okay, so those are all the different text features that we'll be looking at this 6 weeks and that you'll be looking for when you're reading informational text. And so what we want you to do with this information is, after reading the linked text features notes, we want you to find 5 examples of each text feature by looking at different texts in StudySync and online, and copy and paste your examples in the middle column and explain what information each text feature is adding in the right column. So you're finding examples that are just like in our notes that were linked, and you're kind of telling us what that information did or provided for the reader. Okay, if you guys have questions, please make sure you always ask your teacher, and we're so excited to start this new 6 weeks with informational text. Have a great day.